Doody-doo-doo-doo.
Oh my God, I want a dragon, y'all! I want a dragon!
This video is not intended for children. Viewer discretion is advised.
If you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe.
Did I get everybody that quick?
I think you did.
That like the end of the intro is just like Loki's not saying anything. I think I got the whole roster of everybody here. And that was quick.
Nice.
Holy shit. All right. So good morning and welcome to the Week in Review. Walter Tomascu. What's up, brother? What was that yesterday evening about snipping poo? Are you and Adega okay? Okay. Oh, we're gonna talk about last night. We're gonna talk about last night. We're gonna talk about something else. So Loki got 2 letters. Let me get through the intro before we talk about that because I got to do the mailbag thing. Huge welcome to the Rooster Day, Bob. Good morning, my friend. How are you doing? Thank you for being here.
Good morning. How's everybody doing? A little down this week. Had a little incident and had to have one of my puppies put to sleep, and I'm still a little raw about that, but I'm gonna make it.
Maybe we can get you a little angry this morning with some Alec Baldwin talk. We'll channel Dave Bob's aggression on Alec because we got that to talk about today. The Lady Arwyn Avalon is here.
Good morning, y'all. A little under the weather this morning, but it's all good. We're here. I'm ready to get angry.
Let me direct my attention and emotion towards anger. So let's do this thing. Let's do this.
Because I do have a couple questions for you.
Okay.
We're gonna because Dave Bob, you don't have a daughter, do you? You've got sons, right?
Yeah, just 2 boys.
Just 2 boys. Okay, so I've got a daughter. Arwen's got a daughter.
Mhm.
We're gonna throw the spawn into this because
All
I need some questions answered from a woman's perspective here.
Okay.
Yes, sometimes we need that, guys. Sometimes we need the girl perspective.
You heard
Just
it
as
here
much as we
first.
do, the bros perspective, we need the ladies' perspective. She's a glitter butt.
Yes. Good morning, Mark.
Good morning, Mark. Soul Assassin, what's up? Good morning, guys.
Mark
Good
had
morning.
such a way with words.
Doesn't he though?
So I was pretty hot last night. Why was I pretty hot? All right. We've got two letters I want to take care of. One of them I'm not going to read out. I'm just going to explain something for you guys. And then the other one, I'm going to actually read it and we'll talk about it. Okay. So where is it? There it is. Here we go.
I now declare this frickin' idiot convention open! That's alright. R-D-I-R-T. With a frick here and a frick there. Here, frick there, frick everywhere, frick.
That's right. Fricks. So I was asked yesterday, Loki, why did your 7 Kinds of Mischief show not appear on Rumble last night? Okay.
Okay.
I'm not gonna sit here and bash Rumble if that's what you're thinking I'm about to do. However, when I sit down to set up a show, if it takes longer than 30 minutes, which yesterday it did, whether it's a late show, whether it's a morning show, whatever it is, if it takes longer than 30 minutes to set that up on Rumble, I'm not going to do it.
Okay.
And last night, when I went to set up the streams, I waited over 35 minutes for Rumble to get its act together. I set up the stream twice. Okay. So I set up the stream and I hit the go baby go button and it sat there and it was like processing.
Mm.
I don't know if
Never
anybody else
ending.
has this problem with Rumble sometimes, but it just sat there like it was working on it. And
Yeah, I know what
after-
you mean. I know the
Okay.
processing. Yeah.
After 15 minutes, that son of a bitch didn't go. So I closed it. And it's like, are you sure? We're working on putting this stream up. And I'm like, yeah, I'm sure.
Mhm.
And I set it back up again. Sometimes this works, sometimes it doesn't. And I sat there processing. And I'm like, nope. You know what? I'm nope. After 15 minutes, I've waited 30 minutes now. I
Fair.
spent 30 minutes of my day setting up a damn stream on Rumble.
Fair.
I just, okay, we'll go live on Twitter. We'll go live on YouTube. It does not want to cooperate today. I have not given up. This has happened multiple times. It's happened a couple of times in the morning show. It's happened a couple of times at the night shows. I have not given up. I will continue to attempt to use the Rumble. But if it gives me that much shit, what it's telling me is we don't want you to go live right now. Okay, fine. I won't go live right now on the Rumble. And I will do it on the YouTubes and the Twats.
Fair.
And over on Odyssey and wherever the hell else we go live.
You
Because we
end
go
up-
live at like 5 different places. So
Mhm.
I'm not kicking the shit out of Rumble. I'm not abandoning Rumble. But if it don't want to cooperate, I'm not going to continue to fight it after 30 minutes of trying to get it up.
He's
Right.
just going to kick it down the road a little ways.
If Rumble doesn't want to get up, it needs some like turbo Viagra or something.
It's had
Because
some issues this week. I will say it has had some issues this week. So fair
Yeah.
enough. Fair enough. Half hour is more than ample time to no.
so, like I said, I'm not bashing on it. I'm just saying if you don't want
Right.
to cooperate, then there's nothing I can do about it. And then there is this. So I got this after yesterday morning stream. You guys know I was hot. It was a hot, green, super green. It was hot.
Hot.
got off the stream and people were like, "Oh my god, it was green, super green, super green. What kind of green? Oh, emerald, and hot
Neon.
neon green." Right. So I got
Corbin.
this. Colvin. And this is from the fan. I'm not shitting you. That's what the email said. That's what they said. You know, dear, they call themselves the fan, right?
Okay.
Should I be worried? It says, "Dear Loki, I can't understand why you would laugh at that poor girl in Poogate." I didn't even know that's what it was being called. We got Pizzagate. We got all kinds of gates. Now we got Poogate. It is horrible. What happened to her?
I thought that was Amber Turd gate.
Maybe it is. Maybe Poogate's Amber Turd Gate. I don't know. It is horrible what happened to her, and it's disheartening to hear anyone laugh about it. I hope this stops because, as you know from the name, I'm a fan.
Okay.
Sincerely, the fan. All right. Here we go. I was not laughing at her. I was laughing at the fact that this weirdo right here is going to get away with the shit that he's been doing for a long time. Now, I'm going to make a very clear statement. You know me. Everyone in chat knows me. Innocent until proven guilty. Correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Correct. However, I also believe people until they lie to me. And third, where there's smoke, there's fire. And this guy has a nuclear cloud of smoke hanging over him for the shit that's been going on for a long time. So I'm more inclined to believe someone that's never lied to me.
Mm-hmm.
And also, the co-defendant has already come out and said that he was a victim, that Vince made him do this crazy shit, and that it kind of confirming what she said. I don't think there is going to be a criminal lawsuit here or criminal trial. Right now, this is just all civil. There is no criminal trial here. I don't think there's going to be a criminal trial. I don't think they want to try him. If this was anybody else in the world, he'd be buried 6 feet under the jail. If this was Orange Man bad, he'd already have cuffs on him and be in a wagon being taken down to get fingerprinted and pictured.
Right. Right.
This girl was in her 20s. This old bastard is close to 80. Anybody out there have daughters?
Mm-hmm.
Imagine this old fuck with a rock action figure going, "You want the Rudy Pooty?" and doing what he did with the rock action figure, giving her the smackdown. That's insane. That's insanity. Why isn't this guy in jail? Why isn't this guy in jail? It's Poop Island. Thank you, Gary Banjo Sandwich Worthington. It is Poop Island. He owned the Poop Island.
Okay, can you briefly explain to me exactly what happened? Because I don't know about this specific scenario. I've been hearing about things that that he's being accused of, but the poop thing I missed. So what exactly did he do?
Okay.
So just so I can get the full picture here.
Okay. So
Giggles will be excused because let's face it, anytime poop is mentioned, we all become, 10-year-olds. I get it. But what happened in this situation?
In his office in WWE headquarters.
Okay.
There was a threesome with Vince McMahon, John Laurinaitis, which was like the talent manager at WWE, and Janelle Grant. Okay.
Okay.
In this situation, They were screaming no means yes and take it. They were using objects. Yeah, he's the poopinator.
Oh my
That
God.
Vince named after wrestlers. So it's like, you want the rock bottom, you know, and in the bottom, and
Jesus.
using the objects that he named after wrestlers. You know what? You want the Lesnar? And at some point during all of this craziness, Vince took a dump on her head.
Ugh.
And
Are you serious?
I'm serious. And while Laurinaitis was still giving her, good old Johnny was still giving it to her, Vince went and took a shower in his private shower in his office, which he had. Came back out. They were still doing it, and she had PCs like everywhere. In her hair, on her back, on her arms. And this was all happening at the WWE headquarters during the day with people in the building. And that's where a lot of this stems from. That's just one. But Arwyn, there's 67 pages of this shit.
What is with these sick debauched fucks?
And that's exactly what I said.
I mean, my God.
There's no accountability. People will not hold people accountable anymore. If you have enough money or you have power, they think they can get away with just about anything.
What the hell, y'all?
There are text messages.
Oh my God.
There's
paper trail.
There's video.
And the whole no means yes thing?
Yes.
On top, okay, y'all know I'm a marshmallow, but if that had been my spawn, hell and high water would not stop me from getting some number somewhere and calling that asshole or going up or something and saying, what the hell is wrong with you? You're in your damn 80s. Grow the hell up. You nasty, nasty piece of shit. Yes, I'm sorry, y'all. I said it. He's a nasty piece of shit. That's nasty. That's just beyond nasty. You getting your rocks off shitting on someone's head? You need help in the head.
Now there are people that have, and this is fact. You can look it up. There are people that worked with Vince for decades that are like, I have no idea who the fuck that is. You know, when we went into the office, Vince might have been like, you know, elbow, aha, cotton panties or something like that. But nothing on this level of fucked up. Not even Vince Russo, who absolutely hates Vince McMahon, who worked with Vince for a decade, and he hates his ass. He couldn't stand his ass. The last time they talked, Vince absolutely rode him into the ground and said he was a bitch. He was a loser. He went to work for WCW and got exactly what he deserved. Said, I can't fucking believe this happened. I can't believe this is what Vince was doing. Even if he was into the shit they say he was into, I can't believe he'd put himself in that position.
Wow. And what the hell ever happened to go to a hotel or the privacy of your own damn home? In his office?
In his office.
Place of business?
In his office.
Have we learned nothing from Bill Clinton in the White House? The shit
and
gets
this is
found
an
out.
80-year-old man. He's almost 80 years old.
I mean, okay, you got a kink, fine, whatever. Keep that shit private. But oh my God.
They are. soul assassin they are. They've already erased the office. They're erasing the family. It's going to be like
Nasty.
the McMahons never had anything to do with WWE, at least in the office. That's what these people do, and that's the problem. And that's why I bring this up. That's why it needs to be held accountable, and it needs to be remembered is that they erase people. They did this to the Weinstein. They did this with the other Steen, the one that, that didn't, do the job himself in prison. They're going to do it with the McMahons too. They just erase it and act like this shit never happened. They're going to erase it and act like it never happened. And anyone that was on his side is going to get fired. They're going to get rid of him.
Wow. Oh my God. I don't know what the hell to say to that. I'm just have we come so far in society that some of us can't get our rocks off unless it's in the grossest, most debased, most violating way possible?
Oh, I did. Okay, so I before I got out of college, I wasn't sure exactly what I was going to do as far as psychology goes. I knew, I'd been studying psychology, but I wasn't, 100% sure what I was going to do. So I did a final on sexual deviancy, and for 6 months I ran around with a group of people that would go to like underground dungeon scene and all that shit. And I saw some crazy ass shit, absolutely crazy ass shit. This isn't something that this was, and this was 20 years ago. This isn't something that is just, recent. This is
Yeah.
something that's been obviously has been going on for a very long time. There are people that do some crazy shit. This is more than that. Okay, so usually, these people want to be in these clubs. They want to do this stuff. You got swingers. You got people that want to do all kinds of crazy shit. Driving, it's one of the ones that I would like never understood. Okay, so you're gonna race a car at like 120 miles an hour in the middle of the night down the road while you're doing that? You're fucking crazy. So I understand that there's some fetishes and some shit that people do. I'm not gonna poo on your fetish, whatever.
Right.
But this is so much more than just he pooed on this bitch's head. There's trafficking. He was whoring her out to wrestlers. He was sending pictures, video, sharing all kinds of things. And they have all this documented. This is why her lawyer is like, I will rip your ass apart in court. You better pay us. Because they have all of this, which means that they have Vince's phone records. When you have a case, you can pull up people's phone records. You can see what they sent. You can see what videos they shared, what pictures they sent to who. They've got all that documented. So they know going into this that we've got you. You better pay us. I want to see a criminal lawsuit. If this is as bad as they say it is, in 67 pages, and it just gets worse as you read this thing. I do not suggest you read it. If you really want to, by all means, go ahead. But this is some sick ass repugnant shit. Okay. So when this when I get this letter and it says, why are you? I am not laughing at this girl. I am laughing at the fact that all this shit happened and no one's going to jail.
You're laughing at the ridiculousness of it. How did it get this far? How the hell did
20.
this guy,
So
go ahead. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Get your thought out.
Just real quick, I kind of want to piggyback on what Dave Bob was saying. It sounds like he's getting off on the power play. The more power he can have over these people, the more dominance he can, exert. And again, that power dominance, that's what sounds like his main kink is. And he is abusing people to do it. He will get caught on the trafficking. That very well is going to bring criminal charges.
I can't imagine the debauchery and the just the sheer gall of being able to even comprehend something like that. I can't even imagine it. I mean, I don't know.
You have to go to some dark places in your brain to say, yeah, this is what I'm going to do and I'm going to enjoy it.
So really quick, just a little bit of backstory because I do want to move on. Because I've got one other person I want to talk about before we move on to Alec Baldwin. This girl was in her early 20s. Her parents had just passed away. She lived in the same building McMahon owned the penthouse of. And she was introduced to McMahon. He informed her, if you're really serious and you really want a job, come by and see me. You know, I can't remember what it was like, come by and see me tomorrow or a week from now or whatever. She did, and he was in his underwear and did the interview in his tidy whities or his boxers or whatever the hell he was in. That's what he did. And then she got hired, and she didn't do anything at this company. What she did was she was there to provide those kind of services for Vince and the people that he wanted her to. And that is one of the things that is in the text messages is you will F who I want you to F. I own you. You're mine. And this is there's a lot of shit in those 67 pages of the civil suit. So if you really want to read it, but I would avoid it and just listen to some people explain it like Project Storytime.
Okay.
He kept promising her more pay. He gave her like $20,000 in gift cards for some diamond store. I can't remember what the hell. It was one of the hoity-toity ones. Yeah, there's all kinds of shit in there. Okay, moving on from that. Now you understand because I think this fucker deserves to be in jail. There's another guy out there that I think deserves to be in jail. I don't often get political, but let me ask you something, Arwyn.
Okay.
If you saw an 80-year-old man, and he's dressed nice enough, you know, he's the suit and tie, right? Shuffle his old ass up to Spawn when she was like 14, and he's got some saggy ass drawers like he's wearing a diaper, and walked up and put his nose in her hair and pressed his body up against her and was like, oh, and rolled his eyes back like he was launching one in his shorts.
Oh God!
What would you think?
He's a pervert. There's
Yeah.
no two ways about it.
If I was there, I'd move myself between them and say, "Excuse me, what the hell are you doing? Back the hell off, weirdo, creep!"
Yeah, there's
I don't care who
there's
he
even
is.
stories of him with his daughter in the shower when she was young.
that.
I mean, there's just
And the diary is real. They have acknowledged that the diary is real. And in the diary, she states that the old man used to shower naked with her.
Oh my God! And that's
so
that's
I'm
legit.
sorry. I don't know what the hell is going on with this world. You want to go after, you know, Orange Man bad and all the bad shit he's done. They don't want to acknowledge any of this shit. It's like they just erase it. You've got the Secret Service, J1 down, J1 just dirtied his pants. He sniffed a girl. Get J2 in here now. Get Jill, quickly, get Jill in here right now. Code 1. The old man blew one in his shorts and needs assistance. God help me, what the hell?
Oh God!
I don't want to be his handler.
demented old fool.
This guy's just as bad as the other one. This guy is just as bad as the other one. But you know what? Apparently, this is the country for old men to do whatever they want to in. Because there's not going to be any criminal lawsuit against the first one. There's sure as shit nothing's gonna happen to the second one.
I think part of it, honestly, and this may sound like a little puritanical, but you know, it is what it is. I think we as a society have become very desensitized to things of a sexual nature. Let me just put it that way. You know, and anyone can interpret that how you want. I mean, you know, look at our, you know, porn is everywhere. It's talked about now like it's no big deal. There's masturbation jokes everywhere you look. It's common now. It's something we can laugh at. It's something, oh, ha ha ha, it's titillating. Yee, yee, yee. We have OnlyFans. We're very desensitized to this. So when we see things like that, especially amongst the elite, especially amongst those in power, especially amongst, older men, we tend to think, oh, okay, well, it's just the society we live in. Instead of realizing, why aren't we more shocked about this shit? Why aren't we like, oh my God, the president's going around sniffing people, showering with his kid. What the hell is going on? That to me is the most shocking thing, that we can't look at this stuff and go, maybe there's some things that just should not be in public or should not be taken so lightly. Maybe there is a problem here.
No accountability.
Yeah,
None.
that's where we are now. And if you speak out about that, you're either told, oh, well, you're just jealous of the women who were doing it, or you're just old fashioned, or you're just, no, look at where it's fucking led, y'all. It's led to where men believe, and I'm going to say the men in power because they're the ones coming out with all this shit. Or let's even throw the Amber Heards in there. Let's throw them in there. She was in a position of power. She thought she could say whatever the hell she wanted and get away with it. Let's throw them all in there. And all of this is surrounded around abuse, sex, freaky kinks that you don't keep in public, just between you and a consenting adult in your own home. Do what you want in your own home. Live it up. But it is being brought out and used in positions of power. And that's not a good thing for us.
Openly.
It's not.
It's open.
It's open. Exactly, Loki. It's open. It's open.
It's out there for everybody to see, and there's nothing being done about it. It's almost like, hey, look, I'm doing this, and you can't touch me.
Right. And again, y'all, I want to make it clear. Hey, consenting adults in the privacy of your own whatever, throw down and have a good time. I'm not against people exploring and all that shit. Whatever. Do your thing if that makes you happy. But that's why it's in private. That's why it's in private.
Yes.
And it's also got to be consensual.
Yes. When you have parades that are showing every fetish under the sun and then say, oh, well, it's kid friendly. What the fuck? No, it's not. No. And all of this is connected. It's just kind of where we are mentally in our society right now. So of course they're not going to say anything. He's just sniffing hair. It's no big deal. Yeah, it kind of is a big deal.
Because if anybody else came up to them, the blue-haired Landwells, and did that, they would be outraged. How dare you?
Of course they would.
But it's okay because it's him.
Of course, because it's all tied behind politics. It's all tied behind, money. It's all tied behind activism. It's all this stuff.
At least Hunter turned out okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah. Thank you, Andy. Oh my God. Thank you. I don't have to have someone take a thump on my head for me to go, oh baby, I like this. Come on, y'all. Nasty shit.
Get ready for the Rudy Pooty. Oh my God. It's just, yeah.
And I actually feel bad that this is one thing that I am glad that I am, middle-aged and up, because I remember what it was like to be in my 20s, especially early 20s. Yes, you are a woman, you are an adult, blah, blah, blah. But I remember still having that incredible vulnerability of just being out of my teens, but being expected to behave and be an adult. And older people can take advantage, especially older men with money and power can easily tap into that and take advantage of that. Now I got, I have the experience and the wisdom to say, motherfucker, better move your hand or you're going to draw back a nub. I'm okay with that. I can do that now. But in my early 20s, I don't know that I could have. I'll be real. I don't know. In a position like that, I don't know that I would have had that forthright and that courage to say, you're going to do what with me? You want me to sign what? Here, 2 middle fingers right up your nostrils. I don't know. I probably would not have. I just don't know.
And Daga, don't even bring that up, because you've got guys like walking around with furniture that are in a hole somewhere for the rest of their lives, or at least until the Dems get out of office and these guys are let out. That they said, Jan 6, they went in and they did all this. They were walking around with like a podium, and they got life imprisonment without
and one lady was murdered. I mean, just straight up killed.
But you've got this sex tape that happened in the Senate chambers, and they're not going to do anything about it. They broke in and they made a sex tape in the Senate chambers. But hey, you know what? That's okay. No big deal. You guys are cool. It's all right. Go ahead and sell the tape too. We don't mind.
Oh my God.
Someone said it. I'm trying to find it. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Hot tub streams on Twitter. No, we don't want a hot tub streams on Twitter.
Nope. No.
I guess I lost it. Son of a bitch. It was kind of like what Andy said earlier. Whoever said it said that, oh, there it is. Moons of Madness. Thank you. They wanted us to keep out of their bedrooms. But when we did, they found they didn't like it. Now they brought all the bedroom debauchery out for the public to see, and they don't want to get in trouble for it.
That's brilliant. That's brilliant. But if you notice, like with each generation, there's a little bit more limit pushed, a little bit more. Y'all remember when Madonna's big sex book was considered, ooh, oh my God, her movie, Truth or Dare, how scandalo.
With Wayne and Garth from Wayne's World.
Woo! Y'all remember when those were kind of pushing the envelope a little bit? Well, each generation, the envelope gets pushed a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more, because people become desensitized until eventually, we have the man in the highest, office in the realm out there doing some weird, freaky shit, but we're okay. It's okay. It's just turn a blind eye. It's fine. He doesn't mean anything. Well, you don't know what he means and what he doesn't mean. Are you up in his? That's why actions are important. Actions, yes, words mean things, but so do actions. And if somebody's saying one thing, but their action is doing something else, that's what you have to go by. You have to look and see, what are they doing? This doesn't seem right. I can't read his mind. I don't know if it's just dementia or if he's really, titillated over this. But you know what? I'm not going to take that damn chance. I'm going to err on the side of caution and protection. Protect these kids. Protect these young women.
Oh,
I'm not me tooing up here, but I am saying where there's smoke, there usually is fire.
Andy, please. No. Let me take my gums out. I'll gum you, youngster. Oh, my God. No, we don't need the gummy, Madonna. No gummies.
I don't know. And look, if she's still able to do her thing, girl, do your thing. To me, there's not an age cutoff at expressing yourself. However, there is a taste level, no matter what age you are, that really should at least be considered. And some of this shit that's going on today, wow. That's all I could say is, wow, really? And it's accepted and it's swept under the rug and it's considered because these people have power and money that it's okay. We're just going to, shh, hush, hush about it. Hell no, we're not. Not sane people. I don't know. Yes, thank you, Grumpy. Thank you. Yeah, let your freak flag fly in the bedroom all you want or wherever.
With a consenting adult.
Yep, consent.
That is the key. Not manipulated adults, not brainwashed adults, not adults on drugs, maybe slip a roofie here and there, not adults that are manipulated, but fully formed consensual adults. Have fun. Have a blast. I am all for that. lady in the streets, freaky in the sheets. That no problem. But my God.
Make sure your frontal cortex is fully developed.
Thank you. Yes. Yes. And then it'll be fun for everyone. But God, keep that shit private.
That's right.
Private. I don't want to see it paraded on the internet, paraded out in the streets, and paraded everywhere. I don't want to see your freaky fetishes. I just don't. You're not going to see mine. Hell no, you're not going to see mine. And that's the way I like it. But all this other stuff, no, my God. My God. I'm laughing
what
because
Arwyn
it is
does.
Prejudice.
What Arwyn does after she drinks her box of wine is Arwyn's business.
It's my business, damn it. It is my business. And I like it that way.
So let's get to our final topic of this morning. That way Arwyn gets away just in case she has to leave early. I don't know if you do or not. I got to take the kiddo to work.
Yeah.
But this guy, y'all remember him?
The Shadow knows.
Oh, he got away with it.
Mm-hmm. So he's finally been charged.
Officially charged?
Yep.
Yes.
They actually had a grand jury indict him.
Okay, because I knew they were going to, but I didn't know. All right, so officially charged.
For manslaughter, involuntary manslaughter.
Yeah.
Regarding the Rush shooting. He's pleaded not guilty to not pulling the gun.
And he also says that actors should not be held responsible for using guns and stuff because they're not trained. Bullshit.
I was going to say, wasn't he trained? Hasn't he used guns?
Yes,
in a lot of his movies? So he's just spewing bullshit that he knows is not true.
Yep. He's been requested not to use any drugs, not to drink any alcohol while this is going on. They're like, yeah,
that's
don't
going to
drink
be
any.
tough.
So I'm assuming he's been charged. Has he actually been taken before for bail and all that? Is he like out on bail, or haven't they not gotten that far yet?
I'm sure they probably just released him into his own custody.
Yeah, they've released him into his own custody, but he has to follow some rules. He cannot possess any firearms or dangerous weapons, any device that is capable of expelling a projectile by action of an explosion, no explosives, no consuming alcohol, no using drugs. He cannot return to the location of the incident. He cannot leave the United States of America without written permission from the court. He's to maintain contact with the defendant's attorney and see any consult with an attorney. He has to avoid all contact with the alleged victims or anyone who may testify in the case. The prosecutors have stated after extensive investigation over the past several months, additional facts have come to light that we believe show Mr. Baldwin has criminal culpability in the death of Elena Hutchins and the shooting of Joel Souza. Now, let me explain something to you because someone was asking me about this the other day. I'm going to take this picture of Alec down. What exactly happened, Loki? How can they charge him for anything? Number one, he was an executive producer in the movie. He hired the assistant director and he hired the weapons expert, the armorer.
Who should never have been there.
Who should have never been there. This was her second job? If I remember correctly, second job. This was her second job. They called, the director and Alec called for the hero weapon. What is a hero weapon, Loki? A hero weapon is a weapon on the set. It is a firearm that functions. It is functional. Okay? It is not a prop gun. I'm sick and tired of hearing this shit about prop gun. It's not a prop gun. A prop gun is like a plastic gun or a rubber gun or whatever that may look real enough on screen, but it isn't real. It does not function.
It has no ability to actually fire.
Yeah.
That's right. Alec had a double action revolver. What
Single.
does that mean?
Single action.
A single action revolver. What does that mean? That means you have to pull the trigger back, and then you have to pull the hammer back, and then you have to pull the trigger for the hammer to function.
And the FBI tested that gun, and that gun was in perfect operating order. There is no way that the gun could have fired without the trigger being pulled.
So,
Wow. Yeah.
what happened? The director and Alec called for the hero weapon. They said cold. They want a cold gun. What does that mean, Loki? Cold gun. That means that the gun does not have blanks in it. It doesn't have anything in it that's going to make it propel anything out of the barrel. Cold gun. No blanks, no function, nothing. They just want it there so they can go over what he's going to do with it.
Okay.
The armor gave the assistant director the firearm wrapped up in the gun belt and said, cold gun. The assistant director accepted the cold gun, went and gave it to Alec and said, cold gun, which tells Alec there isn't anything in it. There's no bullets in it. There are no blanks in it. It has nothing in it. Director and Alec were going over what they were going to do. Alec said, so you want me to do this? And he pulled the revolver out of its holster and commenced to fanning the revolver while pointing it at the director, thinking that there's nothing in the gun, so it's not going to go off. He never looked at the gun. He never inspected the gun. He put the gun belt on. This is all in the statements that they've made. So you can go and look this up. This has been going on for over 2 years now.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All the statements are there. He put the belt on. They went over the scene. He pulled the gun out and commenced to fanning the gun. What do you do, Dave Bob, when you have a revolver and you fan?
Well, when you're fanning the gun, you really don't have a whole lot of control over it. But, I mean, regardless, when someone hands you a weapon, the first thing you do is you check that weapon.
And he didn't.
I mean, that's just standard freaking procedure. I mean, I was taught that from the time I was 5 years old.
Yes, I was 8. We went over gun safety when I was 8. I bagged my first deer when I was 10.
I mean, it's just, the excuses they give. Well, someone said that it wasn't loaded. Well, don't point a gun at something you don't want to destroy. That's the second rule. Never point a gun at something that you don't want to destroy.
Okay, I get it that you hire people who are supposed to know what they're doing. And if you get handed a cold gun, you have every right to expect that it's cold. However, we are talking about technology that can kill people. We're not talking about something that can't do any bodily harm. And then if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. We are talking about something that can actually take lives. So it is, especially with him as a producer, if it was some green actor who had never been around guns, and they hand them a gun, one, that is still negligent on the studio, because if any actor is going to be working with any kind of firearms, fake or otherwise, they need to be properly trained in that.
Yep.
They need to know what the hell they're doing.
Yep. I don't care who you
are.
Look
how much Peter Jackson, how much time he spent just teaching his actors swordplay. And how to, properly use a sword and properly hold a sword. I know it was a crash course, but still, there was awareness there. These things could hurt people. So when you're dealing with firearms, yes, you need to put that extra lock into place. And him as producer, it would have taken 2 seconds for even the assistant director to check. Okay, it's in front of Alec Baldwin. Check it. Yep, it's good. It's a cold gun. Here you go. They both check it right there and then. It's good to go.
And it's so
When-
easy to do. I mean,
when
it's
the
not like it's
Assuming, yeah.
when the
People made
armor,
fun of Sean Astin on the set of Lord of the Rings when he was checking every little thing, everyone else's job. I mean, yeah, they would say, oh, he's a little anal about it, but it was funny. Well, maybe we need more anal Sean Astins on set to double check and triple check and quadruple check or whatever, quadruple check. I don't know.
the only reason that armor was there is because of her father.
when the armor handed the pistol to the assistant director, he was supposed to check it. He
Yeah.
did not check it. There
Right
are
there and then.
multiple steps to this. Okay. It is common for the actor receiving the gun to check it. Why do they have 3 people check it, Loki? Because people have been shot and killed on movies before. Brandon Lee, the guy who was in The Crow,
Thank you.
was shot and killed. He had the back of his hand blown off and died on the way to the hospital from shock because of something like this.
Did they learn nothing from that?
They were supposed to. That's one of the reasons why a lot of the checks and balances are supposed to be done. This gets worse. And here's the problem where this gets worse. As executive producer, he is responsible for what goes on that project. There were hundreds of live rounds, real bullets mixed in with the blanks.
Yep. They also were not known to go out and shoot live ammunition.
And that's why, Dave Bob, that's why there were live rounds mixed in with the blanks, is because the people that were working on the movie, whether they were actors, whether they were extras, whether they were set crew, whether they were whatever, took the functional weapons that they were using on the film out behind the little area and were shooting tin cans and shit.
Which there's nothing really wrong with that.
No, there
But
is.
do
It's
not
illegal
keep-
to have a live round on a movie set, and they were still on the movie set. So there is. That's one of the big problems. If they were so far away, that wouldn't have been an issue. You cannot have live rounds on the set of a movie, and they were on the whole area they were at is one big movie set. Okay, it gets rented out to make movies. It's an old West town. They used it in the first season of Westworld. This is a place that gets used over and over and over again for Western movies. It's a ranch. They cannot have live rounds anywhere near any of those sets.
Wow.
So you're, as far as like using them for target practice, that's true. That's not against the rules. However, you can't be close to any of the places where they're filming, and they were. They just went out back behind some of the buildings they were filming at and shot while they were on their breaks. They shot targets. They shot tin cans. That is against the rules that are put in place to keep shit like this from happening.
Yeah. Yeah. And here we are. Here we are.
Yeah.
It would have been so simple.
A young mother dead.
Just
And another guy was probably, going to have a stiff shoulder for the rest of his life.
It's ruined this guy's career too.
Yeah.
And you know what? I don't agree with Alec Baldwin's. I don't agree with his politics. That doesn't mean that I'm not like, this is a really screwed up thing. I think that this is a horrible thing to happen. I also think it's horrible that he lied, because what I was trying to get at Dave Bob was, when you fan a handgun, the only way it works is if you hold down the trigger.
Yep. On a single action, that's the only way it can be fired. I mean, when you pull the hammer back on a single action, there's 3 positions. You got you got, when you first pull it back, it just goes back just a little bit, and that's supposedly safe. I never carry one on a 6-shooter, single action. I never carry a live round under the hammer. I don't care.
Yeah.
And then there's half cock, and then there's full cock. At half cock, it cannot be fired. The only way the gun can be fired is by holding the trigger down and letting the hammer drop, whether you're fanning it or you're just using it as, the way it was intended. Cock the hammer, pull the trigger, bang.
Yeah. Yep.
And like Dave Bob said, they've tested this gun. It was tested. There's no way it could have fired without the trigger being held down.
And I'm not a great, fan of the FBI, but they do have good forensic, and they do know how to test guns and stuff.
Well, shit, on that note, I got to take the son to work. Damn it. Let's get into this conversation. But anyway, yeah, I predicted, I just one more thing before I go. I predict a plea deal in his future. I really do. Either that or he's gonna double down and dig in. And when this goes to trial, it's gonna be nope, not me. But either that or they're gonna just say, look, dude, you're facing X amount. You might as well take a plea deal. It's gonna be interesting the way this plays out. It's a tragedy, and I am sorry it happened all the way around. But it's one of these things that should not have happened. There's no way that this should have happened, but it did. And here we are.
I'm honestly surprised that they actually went through and indicted him. I mean,
So am I.
Yeah.
Arwyn, you got to go. Anything you want to throw out real quick before you got to go?
Just love each other, y'all. Just love each other. Be aware of the shit that's going around today in today's society, and just be good and don't be a dick. Treat each other well. There you go. That's my TED Talk. I love y'all.
We
And
love you.
I will talk to you later. Mwah.
Take care. The Lady Arwyn Avalon, ladies and gentlemen.
the giggling is gone.
Giggles. We call her Giggles, right? God, what was that guy that used to? What was that guy that used to do the funny songs and movies?
Oh,
About Bubbles, Bubblegum Girl, or God, can't remember. He used to do all those they were like kind of country songs, but this was back when I was a kid.
don't know. Can't place it. So there's, been so many parody stuff with Weird Al and all that. It's kind of hard to.
He was like
remember
and yeah. I'm sure. It's like Bubbles, the dancing girl, or some shit like that. God,
Ray Stevens.
it might have been.
I know he did, The Streak and all that back in the 70s.
Yes, it's Ray Stevens. Holy shit, Ray Stevens. Yes, yeah, The Streak, and God, what was the one about the chick?
Boogie Dare.
Sitting Up with the Dead. That was always funny. I can't find it. There was one about a girl. Taylor Swift is stalking me. Really? He's still doing shit? Oh, that was 8 years ago. Okay. That'd be kind of funny today. Be kind of funny today. Taylor Swift stalking me. Holy shit. Okay. Anyway, we've got 2 big shows coming up over on EBN. We got one coming up later today at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time on EBN. It's kind of like their weekend review. It's their own version of the weekend review. I had some awesome people on. Absolutely awesome getting to hang out with Nick and Mexican Iron Man, who still hasn't shown back up on Taco Tuesday. I think he's afraid. We're gonna have to find out. He got blasted The truth came out, and he's going to come up here and act like none of it ever happened next time we see him. So he's going to be like, that didn't happen. I don't know what you're talking about, Loki. So we've got that, and then we've got the late show, and then off to the weekend. So I don't know if we'll see you on the late show later tonight, hey Bob, but you're always welcome. You're always invited. Come hang out, have a drink.
We'll see how everything goes.
So guys, thank you so much this week. You guys have been absolutely awesome. You guys have been great. Even the person that wrote me the letter, the fan, absolutely great. I hope you understand better now. Mexican Disney fan. Yeah, Mexican Disney fan. Hopefully you understand better now what the hell I was laughing about, and you get it. So, guys, have a great one. I will be over on Pop Culture Minefield later today, and don't miss out on Machiny draws coming up here in just a little bit. I want to make sure that he's got. Maybe he doesn't. I don't know. I'm not seeing anything live.
Y'all have a great day, folks.
I don't see anything coming up live. Maybe he's not doing the show today. I don't know. I will have to check. Going to his mansion. No, he does. 2 waiting. 2/2/24. Okay. So I'm sending you guys over there now. Thank you so very much for everything. Guys, seriously, you guys all keep this show going, kicking ass, taking names, stealing babies' lollipops. You guys are absolutely the best. Take care. Be excellent to each other. Get off my lawn. Always speak friend to enter or get off the lawn. And we'll see you guys next week for the weekend review. Have a great one, everybody.
Bye.
These videos are tremendous. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hammer that notification bell.